begin with, let's start with your journey, with your profession first.
During my times, in those days, in professions like engineering, lawyers, doctors, they were considered to be honorable. And my parents thought, even though they knew about my passionate interest for art, they encouraged me to become a dentist rather than take up a paintbrush and walk around the town. Right. I graduated from Government Dental College, Bombay, in the early 80s. And after having finished my graduation, I got married. We moved on to Australia. There I did my post graduation and came back to India, started teaching in Government Dental College for a year and a half. Then I moved on to Pune, started my own practice, and that's how I got into dentistry. Yeah.
And how did this passion for art come about then?
Right from childhood, I have been drawing, painting. Even in school, I was encouraged by my art teacher to just take up a piece of paper and sketch. And I just loved art right from the beginning. But you see, in those days, they had precedence for studies more over art. So I had to concentrate more on my studies, and art took a back burner. So that's what happened.
A self-taught artist, isn't it? Like, you never really took formal training, you just started out on your own. So how did that come about?
Actually, I used to dabble with paints right from childhood, as I told you. And after a certain time, when I came back to India, I dabbled with oil paints. And then I went for a few watercolor sessions with an local art teacher. But I found that just restricting yourself to one medium was not very satisfying. So after watercolor, I progressed to digital art, and I learned Corel, I learned Photoshop, and I did 2D animation. And I just got so involved in the modern art media that I started making murals and paintings, combining print media and art and digital media, and they have been very well received.
So let me get to this very touchy question which relates to today's society. Now, in today's society, we have lots of families, or society in general. We have talks about how people juggle between, say, being a wife, a mother, and having a career at the same time. But in your case, you seem to have handled motherhood as well as your career, which is obviously medicine, and also you have a passion for art. So was it difficult juggling between these three, or how did you manage?
No, I consider motherhood to be a great honor. And also, I had my mother. I used to.
So basically, you just
Yeah, she was a
you
great
just told your
nanny.
mother to take care of your son, and then
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm going, bye bye.
yeah. I just used to wave my paintbrush at her and walk away.
Alright.
But no, seriously. But I consider motherhood absolutely, an honor, and I loved being a mother. At the same time, I made time for my the dentistry and art. Of course, for a couple of years, I had to shut my clinic and take care of my son. But then after that, there was no looking back. I went on and I had a very good practice. But then art was always there at the back of my mind. So then I made time for that in the afternoons. And slowly, I would get up early in the mornings at 4 and start painting. And it became like a second profession for me.